Hi, this is Nick, Lime Green Squid, and yes, I have become that balding guy who has to cover his head with a hat or a touque. Well, I'm wearing this touque in my icon anyway when I was just taking a walk. I wear it all the time when I walk and stuff just because my ears are sensitive to cold. Anyway, just doing you a service. It's kind of ugly right now. Anyway, I was watching one of Katiefershady's videos. She's a really good, honest video maker. Go check her out. She had these 12 questions for atheists. I'm not sure who asked them, but she posted her response, and I thought I'd post my response. Number 1. What would you need in order to become a believer? Well, I've stated this in many other videos. Pretty much a god to come down, or the god or gods or spirits to come down to tell us humans, to show us in an unmistakable way on a pretty regular basis, because people die and people get born and don't know, on a pretty regular basis that they are here and that they exist and that their rules are their rules. Otherwise, it's all human hearsay and based on proven manipulation. Number 2, why are you an atheist? Well, mostly because religion is structured to control minds, and it is not about spirituality in the least. And I just have never found any convincing evidence of, or convincing arguments towards a belief in any god, since everything happens pretty randomly, or at least based on chance. Not everything, but you know what I mean. Number 3, why do you think a belief in a deity has permeated almost every society and culture since the dawn of mankind? Well, most of the studies that I've seen in on YouTube or in textbooks and stuff, people are have evolved a sense of fear of the unknown, of the dark, getting jitters and hearing noises and getting scared. It's what helped us survive in the earlier times. When we were scared of everything, we would run away from everything and always hide, make sure that we could live, and until we developed, weapons and all that kind of stuff. And out of that, we also tend to want to follow a leader. Somehow, during our evolution, following leaders, cooperating, helped us survive longer than our predecessors as well. And some of our predecessors, I mean. And cousins, whatever. But yeah, so we make up this invisible thing to be scared of, that controls us and all that stuff. I can't remember whose video. I think it was Phil Helene's, maybe, or was it I don't know. Number 4, why does existentialism make sense to you? I'm not exactly sure what the definition of existentialism is, so I can't really answer that one. I guess it might be something that's known, that atheists are known for, who knows, but that just proves that us atheists know that we're all different. The difference between us and religious people is that religious people can't believe how anyone can believe different, and that because whichever religious person is speaking at that moment claims to be the true one, Of either faith, Islam or Christianity, which of these two makes the most sense to you? Just pick one. Well, let's see. I don't really know much about Islam at all. I don't know the stories in it. I know I've seen some sort of dismantling of a story about the sun sinking into a lake or something. You have suns sinking into lakes on one hand, and you have virgins giving birth to divine children and walking on water, and people living in whales for several days on the other. Neither makes sense. Both of them have rules that support positive morals, and, well, it's not morals even. The word is ethics. Positive ethics and negative ethics. Both books support, they say, peace and love, but on the other hand, they say, commit genocide on people that don't believe in me. They never say commit genocide, but the description of what they are, what God sends people out to do is genocide. Number 6, have you ever, even for a moment, believed in a god? I tried. I have that, inborn, not inborn, environmentally learned from social behavior, the instinct to think that I'm being watched by something else, here and there. But again, that's just the human paranoia that naturally selected to help us survive. But in general, no. I've tried to pray and stuff back when I was younger, and nothing happened. Nothing. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any sort of connection with anything. It just was bullshit. Number 7. If you die as an atheist, are you prepared to go to hell? Well, I don't believe in hell, so I will not prepare to go to hell because it's a ridiculous concept in the first place. 8. Morality, again, ethics. Morals are the lessons you learn after a story. Ethics are the actual lessons themselves. Ethics seem to change with the times in the atheist community. Why are ethics so subjective within the atheist community? He said morals every time I said ethics. Well, there are fundamental ones that don't change for the general majority of us naturally selected programmed humans. Most of us have the genetic tendencies towards getting along and cooperating. I mean, look at traffic. If we were so chaotic, wouldn't every car be in an accident, every single car on the road, because no one would care? No, we want to cooperate because we don't want to get in a car crash. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to pay the money. That's just, added new type of things for us to fear, but it's still the same concept. We get along on the road because we live longer when we get along. That's as simple as that. But there are things that different people are born differently, and they will have their own sets. Sometimes minds are just genetically built towards violent people or towards rapists or child molesters. In general, these type of things are not these people's fault, but they are still such a danger that they need to be removed from society. My cat's in the sink again. Anyway, but there are things that, I guess what this person who's asking the question means is when we say that we do understand killing is wrong, but there are certain circumstances that allow it. I don't see how the Christians are saying anything different. Thou shalt not kill, but then God says to kill these people. And they're like, well, God says to do it, then that's a special condition. Anyway, our special conditions are, if someone's trying to kill you, you can try to kill them back. If they don't stop. If you, try not to kill them. But if they're not going to stop unless you kill them, you have permission to kill them. Don't be stupid. Don't ask us stupid questions like that. 9. Why, if you're an atheist, do you spend so much time speaking about religion, especially the Christian faith? Because religion supports division, exclusionism. The Bible tells children to mistrust people who don't believe in their God. If you don't believe in their God, you are going to hell. If you're going to hell, that must mean you're a bad person, because only bad people go to hell. You see, that's the way that a kid would think. If someone's going to hell, it must be a bad person. Well, if you don't believe in God, you must be a bad person. I've said this in many videos before. But yeah, that's pretty much why. The seed of hatred and division and bigotry, that is, I am the only God, no other God before me, do not worship anything else, any false idols, blah, blah, blah. All that is, my preference of a God is better than your preference of a God. So, yeah, doesn't work. That's why we speak out, because people are actually hurting other people emotionally and physically over this, and abusing people over this. Because people are not religious people think that they can just walk all over them and ignore them and treat them as garbage. And that hurts.